Alright folks, the deck is Reno LPG Mage. The goal of the deck is to survive the early turns, clear our opponent's boards, and make use of some of the interesting tech options that we now have in this deck, including things like Irondeep Trogg to punish some of the quest decks, as well as Boompistol Bully to slow down some of the Shutterwalk decks, and from there we just look to reduce the cost of our minions, use them wisely, and kill our opponent. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/Roffle. It's nice to see that there's at least one comment about your attire on the podcast, is there? I haven't actually checked it out yet, but, like, again, I was sleeping all day, so I just threw on a beanie and recorded with them. I do not have deck tracker up.
Embrace the chaos. Your curiosity will be the end.
This looks like a pretty good hand into Pirate Warrior, doesn't it? Oof. I think I'd keep everything but the turtle. The turtle feels a little too slow. Fender on one. Ping for a few times. And then, like, we can even use the Dawngrasp to set up into the Spammy Arcanist, so I don't even necessarily need to use the coin. Good morning, turn. Nice. Less nice. Okay. Sorceress, I think I might want to squeeze that in next turn, maybe just ping down the patches this turn. And then we have Shivering plus Ping next turn. Jeez. Good morning, Ian. Sorry to hear your weekend didn't work out too well, but glad you're here. Alright. I'm sure they're going to play a 1 health minion eventually, right? Use the cost of that coin. Then we just get to start clearing. Like, worst case scenario, they play... I don't know. I'll figure it out. I could bump with the Varden. That might work.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
The bump into one of these with the Varden, then that sets up the Spammy. Damn. It didn't really matter where those went.
Obviously, I never miss.
Yeah, well, there's my 1 health minion. Oop.
My calculations, you need to chill out.
I've also got Zola for the Reno, potentially. I agree, this is pretty cool. I mean, we lose the Varden, but we clear 7 minions from the opponent's board, so I'm kind of into that. I might delay the Reno by a turn.
Set sail! The Juggernaut is under my command!
Just go Kazakus 1 pot seems to be the play right now. Or I could just go Loatheb. So we definitely bump here, right? No, let's go Kazakus 1 pot first. See if I can freeze the 7/7. Perfect. Now I definitely take this trade. Okay. That means I can go Amplified Snowflurry and Loatheb. Unless I take a boatload of damage here. Yikes.
Never fight fear!
That's alarming. Might just have to throw out the Reno and then save the coin for this Reno.
All hands on deck.
I've never hated a deck more in my entire life than that deck. There aren't that many 5+ attack pirates either. Seedlock? It's close? I don't think it is. Seedlock was frustrating, but this is a whole new level, I think.
Versus Dawngrasp!
You have much to learn.
Your curiosity
This looks like a full mull against Mage.
of you.
What are we playing today? We're playing Hearthstone. Wait, turn 1 Trogg against potentially APM Mage? I mean, or it would probably be better if it's Ignite. First Flame kind of deals with it is the problem, but if they're not going to keep a First Flame, no matter what type of Mage it is, so...
The Irondeep mine is mine.
Greetings, traveler.
Greetings from the cold dark.
Also a good hit. But it's kind of risky this turn, I think. Can't believe the Trogg is good. I mean, the Trogg was always going to be good. Especially like when hand buff exists as a deck.
Me tusks won't stop shattering.
Like, at the very least, he's going to be good in that deck. Bird. Wait. Is it a Reno Mirror? That means the Mutanus is unironically going to be pretty good.
By my calculations, you need to chill out. Achoo!
Does look like a Reno Mirror. Albatross is kind of ambitious. I feel like I'm the only other Reno deck on ladder right now.
I am the Iron Hand of the Wastes.
I was gonna just go with the Deepwater, but I think next turn I might want to have the option to go Scientist plus Evoker. Unless I need to play the Reno the Relicologist. What is even that card? It's Maiev. Well, that might be a problem for me. I just don't need my Reno effects, right? I forgot that was offline. As I was saying, I don't need my Reno effects. That was dumb.
At last, a worthy disciple.
Okay, I just curve Mutanus into Turtle. Oh my god. Okay, I was just gonna say I need to get to the Hero Reno if I want to have a chance at ever playing a Reno card again. But it's a really poor trade, but I think I have to make it. Jeez. They're showing 13. I might actually need to.
No waves can sink this ship.
Oh my god, what a terrible hit.
I'll show them. You can't stop this snowstorm.
At least the LPG is now guaranteed, but like
The greatest virtue is patience.
I don't even know if I have the capacity to get the LPG now. So that's kind of a lot of pressure going on board. I might just need to go for the fire sale.
You're in my hands now.
Didn't have much of a choice now, did I? Alright, got 7 more birds to get through.
Just on my suggestion, ever living Korak is Korak is Korak is Korak is Korak is back.
Korak is back. Okay, well, it's good that we have this amazing Reno here. Poof!
I make everyone disappear.
What is the probability of that?
Amazing! Like me.
Okay. That wasn't that bad. Wait, wasn't there an amalgam in that? No, we ate the amalgam, didn't we? Well, that's terrifying. Gonna need the amazing Reno to be pretty amazing here. Yep. I have 8 birds left in my deck. Oh, so close to being a good hit. Alright. Zephrys is lethal. Can play 4 birds? I could, or I could make a play that makes sense. This isn't gonna get me there, is it?
Behold the tools of creation.
That game was a nightmare from the beginning.
I have learned much.
I don't think opponent's gonna get more value than that against any other opponent, or any value for that matter, on the birds against anyone else. Imagine playing a counter to Reno in 2021. Yeah, that's unfortunate for me.
The light shall bring victory. Your curiosity will be the end of you.
Well, can't book of Specters into our spells if we draw all of our spells.
The Irondeep mine is mine.
Okay. I am not going to play the Book of Specters on 2.
Death does not scare me.
Is there a streamer mode for Hearthstone to make names anonymous in ladder? It only makes your opponent's name anonymous. That's why their name says your opponent. Why Trogs? Because they're a good card in the metagame.
Lightly used armor.
Is this deck good? Jack hit top 50 legend. They list not dissimilar to it, so certainly has potential. Need to find Devolving Missiles or Amplified Snowflurry.
Is someone injured?
Your wish is my suggestion.
Break it, you buy it.
I wasn't ever getting to the battle cry on that anyway, so.
The Irondeep mine is mine. Death does does not scare me.
Mutanus? I mean, that was a good hit. I'm happy it hit Mutanus because I did not want to draw that card in this matchup where it does not matter. And does not help me. What is that card that they keep pointing towards the Mutanus? Really need to find Reno the Relicologist here. Yeah, that card.
I can't target that.
4, 5, 8.
Break it, you buy it.
2, 5, 6, 10, 13.
Break it, you buy it.
Unfortunate, but still a good draw.
We're gonna have some fun. Well done.
Okay. Yeah, that was probably the best outcome. That one's a bit more of a bummer, but like I've got the Zola in hand. So as long as we're not dead here, I think it's okay. Okay, that's still fine. Wow. Wow. Wow, indeed. I've actually got a lot of options for how I want to do this. I think this is the way I want to go.
Break it, you buy it.
We're gonna have some fun.
You have been. Well played.
Game is easy. When you just, like, consecutively draw the best cards remaining in your deck.
Kel'Thuzad versus Garrosh.
Now you're sailing on my seas.
Keep these two. This is way too slow.
Will be the end of you.
Good curve. I wouldn't mind a 1-drop. Trogg would be pretty funny. Never lucky. Oh. That's not. That's kind of like not drawing a card, isn't it?
Fly, Polly.
Pirates away!
I'm just going to ignore the freeze part and just ping off a minion to make it die. That's a good draw.
You can't stop this snowstorm.
I could just freeze this and then they like have to triple attack into it. They're a turn away from Captain and I don't have a turn 3 anyway, so. The Defile minion good. It is into Pirate Warrior. Can be into Pirate Warrior.
Glory! I'm here for the gold.
Pirates away!
Yeah. I still like this play going into a Fire Sale turn. I'm just gonna ping this in case of a captain because the ping face doesn't accomplish anything. So I'd rather just avoid taking 2 to 3 damage.
In the box? Pirate stuff.
It's fine. I've either got Spammy on 5 or Kazakus 1 pot. A little bit more concerning. Ugh, keep drawing the top end. It's kind of a bummer turn. I don't get any high value minions off of them, and they just get to refill, and I'm not developing, so. Like, yeah, it's nice to clear their board, but they just get Rokara on 5, the way things are looking. Yeah. Oh, wait, that's not the Rokara stage, is it? This helps with the Rokara, and it makes this a better card to play here.
No waves can sink this ship.
Good.
Trust the pirate's code.
Now the Rokara isn't necessarily guaranteed next turn, which means I might be able to Mutanus it, which I was not expecting as a possibility here. They really kind of stalled out. Did they take both swings of the Ankar? I still need a 1 pot here. 3 damage would be ideal. There it is. They broke Ankar with first mate. That's probably a mistake and probably why they're struggling right now.
Grab your cut.
Oh, come on. No. They drew that off the top. They deserve to be punished for breaking the Ankar for no reason. IMO. And they did not.
Serve or die. The Irondeep mine is mine.
I don't know what this last card is still. At least they only get 1 swing with that. I think I just have to go here to try and find the ice block. This Book of Specters is going to be too slow. And then I have to hope that I can set up a spammy turn.
We're gonna need more gunpowder.
What are you doing?
You're in my hands now.
Alright, the bomb is going to be a liability for the rest of the game. There's our spammy starter, but like, I still have to hit the Reno.
All hands on
otherwise it does not matter. I don't even have a spammy anymore. It's 20 damage, so even if I hit the Reno, I lose. Most of the time.
We're gonna be rich.
Such an aggravating deck to play against. You get maybe like one bad weapon. Just one time, maybe. What are you doing? Why would you trade that one? I'm...
Who goes there?
I legitimately have never seen someone play worse. But I don't think it's gonna matter.
Watch closely, 'cause I make everyone.
Most of the time, or some of the time, I'm just dead this turn. I'm in bomb range now.
In a box? Pirate stuff.
Glory! I'm here for the gold.
If they get the shoot Lackey, I'm gonna lose my mind. It's quite literally one of the worst games of Hearthstone I've ever seen played. But it doesn't matter because you don't actually have to play cards to win once you get the Juggernaut online. So, your decisions cease to matter.
Kel'Thuzad versus Anduin. I will protect the Alliance.
Your curiosity will be the end of you.
I think I do keep the Golakka just in case it's Shadow Priest. Dirty Red is really bad into Big Priest. I've been seeing a lot of combo Priest. I'm just gonna keep these two. Frog seems alright. Not Shadow Priest. Oh god. Am I gonna get weaseled again? Or birded, I guess. I'm just gonna Zeph for Wild Growth while I can. Could be Boar Priest. Yeah. IMO Boar Priest shouldn't be running the quest though. It just kind of slows it down.
Your wish is my suggestion.
I say that as somebody who ran the quest in his version of the deck, and it was not a good card. But anytime you run any number of Death Rattles in Priest, people freak out and expect the quest. But fine, if I can get to the LPG and before they get the sword, I might be able to make it work. Just Brann the Neophyte next turn. I want to kill that to prevent any like copies of it happening. I'm gonna trade off the Trogg so that I don't get too board locked here. I don't have any weapon tech.
The Irondeep mine is mine.
This is 3 and 4 boars.
We're gonna have some fun.
I'm not actually going to be able to get the Tortollan down because I'm going to be board locked right now. That's fine. I can just work towards lethal. Is Shadow Priest still a solid deck in Wild? Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna make you dead. Oh, okay. I would like the Brann to survive, which looks like it's going to happen.
The Irondeep mine is mine.
You're in my hands now.
I missed the LPG. I think this is still fine. I think we still win from here. They only have had 4 boars die now, even though they've summoned 5, so makes kind of a difference. Just go here and then here next turn. You can even use the Dirty Rat to protect my face for a turn in addition to the We sure do have some Trogs, don't we?
No waves can sink this ship.
Alright. Trogs rule. The extra armor actually matters too, because like that takes 3 swings now.
You are safe now.
But we have to get through 40 health now. Why is the quest bad in board priest? Is it because they slow it down? Yeah, you just want to rush down the boars most of the time. Like, I'm sure that people use this as an example of why it's a good card in the deck, but like, one game is not a good representation of what a card can do in the deck. Most games do not last as long as this one is.
Can't stop this snowstorm. Job done.
The only thing one game is good for is perpetuating hindsight bias. Yeah. Like most games don't make it to 10 mana. And most of the time, like, Or Priest doesn't even want to get to 10 mana. Can actually survive 3 swings, maybe even 4 from the weapon. Almost died to Reno Mage on curve? Yeah, exactly. Like, if I'm almost killing them, imagine what a, like, real deck would be capable of doing, you know? Get down the cards that I won't be able to play in the future. And go from there. Bummer.
Nobody move, and no one gets hurt.
Not being able to ping there is a bummer, and like the fact that they got a board back, while the most likely outcome is still really too bad. The boar in hand, so they don't get cost reduction off of that. So they pop at 12, and then I go to 16. I'm sorry, what?
And suffering await you.
Like it would actually be, wait, it's 22. So I can, I just lose. I really needed to draw better than this. Like I don't have any more high value minions that I can even hit. What? That was frustrating. Yep. Looking forward to the comments on this VOD telling me I'm wrong about the quest being good, but keep thinking that. All the people being successful with the deck will continue not running the quest.
Stay in the shadow.
Your curiosity will be the end of you.
Could be Kingsbane. Do you think you could try to build pure Paladin this expansion? Maybe, but there are a lot of more interesting Paladin decks that I want to play first. Like, I don't think that pure Paladin gained anything of note. Certainly not that, like, justifies making a deck without neutral cards. Like, I think some of the more interesting cards that Paladin actually got were neutral cards. Devolving is good if it's Pillager. My hand, however, is not very good otherwise. Make a 4-mana 3/3 here.
My calculations, you need to chill.
It could be Big Rogue as well, in which case giving that up is kind of bad, but like I can always draw it back up with the Zola, so gives me a Zola target that actually matters. It's Dagger Rogue, yeah, they're just Hero Power Rogue. I don't know. There's a variety of different Rogue decks that are all pretty close in terms of relative power right now. Okay. That's Mill Rogue. Which means I have a 0% chance of winning this game, so I'm gonna move on. Albatross and now Mill Rogue, like, what are these decks beating? And why am I getting the unfortunate U into them? You? Yeah, but like what else? Like these are atrocious decks in the current metagame. I'm just getting stomped by them because they happen to beat me. And then the Pirate Warriors keep scamming me, which should be a good matchup. Like this deck is good. I'm just not winning. I don't know. I don't even know how good Fire Sale is on this one. It's probably worth keeping. Sure. I mean, you can doubt me if you want, but I didn't build the core of this deck, so... Like, I have no personal attachment to it. So, sure! Right back at you. JC, thank you for the 11 months. Alright. This is not on the list of decks I expected today, but then again, very few are. Okay, I can probably pitch this away now. Double Juggernaut incoming, not if I manage to rat or Mutanus their Juggernaut, which is more likely in this matchup than in the regular questline warrior.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
Lightly used armor.
Snow problem. I love it. That is fine. I wasn't really hoping for a lot of value off of that Trogg anyway. In fact, I was kind of concerned that it would just board block me. But problem solved, I guess. Unbelievable. Absolutely unreal. I was going to kill the scientist. I just don't get to draw a card this turn.
Break it, you buy it.
I cannot believe how unlucky I've been this first hour of the stream.
One for me, one for you.
I smell a sniper too. No? What? There's no reason to believe they're sniping here. Okay, well maybe the fact that they didn't make that attack the turn before and then made it after I drew the ice block is a little suspicious. But even then, I don't know.
Break it, you buy it.
They did emote when you drew the secret. They emoted so quickly though it couldn't have possibly have been related to the stream sniping because they did it immediately as I drew the ice block, didn't they? And they're like, even with no delay, there is a slight delay just for like encoding and uploading. They emoted the Loatheb, not the draw. I don't know.
Someone's gotta lead the charge.
I don't know what I want off of this yet. I know what I want off of this though, so sure hope I hit it this time.
Wretched story.
Oof, God, that buff actually matters.
Ultimate Potem.
It's unlikely we get the Rokara. Nice. Unless they greed for the Brann. But if they only go one Juggernaut here or one Rokara, then it's impossible for us to hit the rat. Which they should absolutely just go for it. Like there's no reason to be greedy right now. Yeah.
The Juggernaut is under my command.
Load it up.
Goodness gracious.
That's the first weapon they get. Hey Roffle, if you're running 10 mana Reno, why not run Mass Polymorph? Because those two cards are not comparable in any way. And you explicitly want to run very few spells in this deck because it decreases your consistency of Tortollan, but the real reason is that they're two different cards that do very different things.
Watch closely, as I make everyone disappear. Feel the fury of the mountain!
Wait, they got a Zephrys. They can pop the block if they draw enough, right? So I need to be aware of that they can hit a flare.
Got a job for me?
Avast, matey!
I might just go here and then here for removal. I thought Odd doesn't run Zeph. They got a South Sea Scandrel into Zeph. So we know they have Zeph in hand.
Oh, brother, have you heard from Muradin lately?
I ain't talking.
What are you hiding? Your wish is my suggestion. Your wish is my suggestion.
I'm desperate for card draw right now. And I don't think I need your access. That rat was disgusting though. Most things that they dump onto the board here are other than that. Why? We have the whatever. What can I get up with it? It's gonna offer spells that I can't play, right? I just need tempo here. I have clears with the Zephs. Yeah. That's probably my Harrison turn. Like two. Oh my god. Really? I needed to go face? There goes the block. No, you just go face there, right? Okay. It's a good draw. Let's get two more.
No waves can sink this ship.
Cool. Fine. I honestly don't know how I close this out. Bloodlust.
Look what I want.
They're one off right now, but
Trust the pirate's code.
0 off right now. If they go face, they're not clearing, which means I can get Zeph lethal. They know I have the Zephs. So they've got to clear this. Yeah. Got lifesteal.
The future is ours.
Muzzle their magic.
Behold the tools of creation.
Double pump Azarano, extra Star Whip, High Mountain Ice Room for Mana Spice coming right up.
Behold the tools of creation. Behold the tools of creation.
We're gonna be rich.
Behold
running
the
light.
tools
Muzzle
of
their
creation.
magic.
Job's done.
Should at least be able to trade one of these off, right? Nope. That was unfortunate. I was really counting on being able to trade a minion off here.
Gotta get through me. Load it up.
En passant. I'm out of cards.
It's 12. I need 15 damage. 7 or 27. I need 15.
If I could just cast that. Your wish is my suggestion.
14 damage off of that. So that brings it to 19.
Thought I had more time.
It's gonna go with this.
Put your faith in the light.
Will Zeph ever give the Archivist? No. Classic and basic cards only. Got another Brawl and another Flurry. But that's why I wanted to get the repetitive damage from the weapon. Okay. It's never going to give me Avenging Wrath, is it?
I could just cast that.
How much does Avenging Wrath cost? $6. So what if I go
What would make us rich?
here,
Your wish
here?
is my suggestion.
Could also give me Harrison or Ooze.
Well played.
God. It's the only one that doesn't do it.
Thought I had more time.
I picked the. Oh my god, I'm so tilted by that.
Feel the power. Don't test me.
Unbelievable. Alright, I guess I lose. Thanks, Zeph.
Tusks won't stop shattering.
It should have given me Harrison there at least. Or, Ooze. They got another one?!
Trust the pirate's code.
Zeph doesn't read cards though? No, but they had like a 4 durability weapon, right? Like, I understand that he doesn't know what to do there, but like, weapon removal with a weapon equipped makes sense. And I just keep drawing cards. That was infuriating.
Well played.
I mean, none of the reality is that the options that he gave did not make sense. I already, like, none of the options that he made sense. None of them were 6 mana, which is what he typically prefers. Doomhammer makes a little bit of sense, but like, none of the cards he offered made sense in that context. Those were really bad choices. Because he should give one that like offers interaction with the board, one that offers potential lethal, which I had on board, and then like tech options make sense because of the situation.
End of you.
Avenging Wrath made a lot more sense than like Doomhammer even, right? Janae, thank you for the 100 bits. Who wins? A whole deck designed around value and late game at pressure, or one Juggy Boy? Yeah, just a single Juggernaut is all you need to win games of Hearthstone. As we've seen, you can make egregious misplays throughout the course of the game, but as long as you summon the Juggernaut, you win.
Shattering.
I feel like this deck wants to play some spells. Bummer.
Burn away to ash.
They're gonna be Fell.
Trust my out.
Pleasure doing business.
I think I want to dump hand as much as I can going into like potential glide turns. So using all of my mana there to play both of those cards is probably better than either of these. Heard streaming is pretty tiresome. It can be, but like most jobs are. I think the thing that most people just don't recognize is that streaming a game and playing a game are two very different things. But for the most part, like, I don't know. Streaming is still better than any other job I've had.
No waves can sink this ship.
Okay. They should have a good idea of what this card is. So if they're going to glide me, it bite me now. Hey, Bio. Yeah. Could also be next turn, I suppose. But either way, I don't want to play the book before the glide. So there's just no reason to play that until, or I don't want to play the book until the Pocket Galaxy, whether I get hit by a glide or not. Might be able to get this online for the Curtis.
They will never catch
Unless they're just getting it. There's no way they can draw 3 cards with 2 mana, right?
They're not trapped. They're my friends.
Have you seen the LTK variant using Hakar and Archvillain Rafam as the win con? No, but that sounds incredible. I don't want to play any of these cards, is my problem right now. So I think I'm just not going to play any of these cards. Turn on Mutanus if I don't get Glid here. We just played that. It was hilarious. I want to do one with Envoy Rustwix, but like that sounds pretty fun as well. But I should get the Curtis in hand this turn. And they shouldn't be able to play him. So they're not going to glide as a result of that. Means... Oh, it's Lions friendly. Eat the Curtis? There's probably brutes in here too, is the problem.
Steady the sail.
They milled the quest? Oh, okay, well then what am I complaining about missing it then? I should have just played the Pocket Galaxy. Wait, so they do have brutes in hand. So now I can just be upset that I missed the brute. We just use almost no wild cards? I mean, like, the combo itself that you're describing is entirely wild. People said the same thing about my Owl OTK deck, and like almost a third of the cards were wild exclusive. So like, what is the acceptable number of wild cards that must be run in order for the deck to be an acceptable deck to play in wild? Nobody ever gives me an answer on that.
Versus Anduin.
At least 30? No, but you see, you have to simultaneously play exclusively wild cards while also running a deck that is at least half of its cards from the new expansion. It's really quite simple. Yeah, exactly. Xeno gets it. 100% of your cards must be wild, but 80% of your cards also must be new cards. That's the Twitch chat expectation. Alright, I'm just going to keep for Big Priest and go here and then here into Sheep for their Shadow Essence. And then we've got Amazing Reno as well.
Quickly.
Aren't all cards wild? Yep. But they have to be exclusive to the wild format, otherwise you're not allowed to play the, They must all be exclusive to the wild format, otherwise you're not allowed to play the deck in wild, according to, Twitch chat. I get this trade. Maybe it's like Zyrella Priest with some sort of combo at the top end. In which case the Sheep game plan still might be useful. Could just be Reno now. Kind of looking more like Reno. Doesn't sound like Twitch chat has your best interest in mind. No, they absolutely never do. But there's also like multiple competing voices coming from one entity, so it's like disorienting to hear people simultaneously say there aren't enough new cards in this deck and there aren't enough wild cards in this deck. So it's like, you can't please everybody is the moral of that story. Yeah, it's not Reno. Inner fire combo, but then, like, why are you running Loot Order in that deck?
We hunger for vengeance. At last, a worthy disciple.
Break it, you buy it.
Wait, I picked the wrong one then the second one. Okay, I'm just not playing that on curve, I guess. Looks like APM Priest. Oh, right, there's a new APM combo, isn't there? But then if that's the case, why did they dump the Radiance? Aren't those part of the combo?
Do you like to play with fire? Serve or die.
The new APM using the 1/4 elemental. I don't understand what 1/4 elemental. You just there's a card that like buffs stuff in hand, and then you play a boar. There's no new APM priest. Yeah, it is the elemental. That's done. After a friendly minion is healed, give it +2 attack. No, that's not the one. Maybe it is. Thought there's something that buffs stuff in hand.
All in due time.
Yeah, every spell played this gives this minion in hand +1/+1. Yeah, I was right. There is one.
By my calculations, you need to chill out.
It's with Stormpike Quartermaster. And then the test subject combo. So it's Radiant Test Subject, Stormpike Quartermaster, and then you cycle through the Reborn Topsy Shadow Reborn Topsy Shadow Word Power Word Shield if you need it. Otherwise, just flip it between the Reborn card and the Topsy, and then you play a boar from hand. That's a 6-mana combo. I'm not gonna die here, right?
You're in my hands now.
Well, apparently now I'm really not gonna die. I was kinda hoping for a...
Cool,
Wait, why isn't this green?
cool.
Quest Warrior still just as strong, or has that changed at all? Yeah, it's still just as strong. It just traded one bad matchup for another. Togg? That would make the Loot Hoarder make sense, right? If it's Togg. In which case I can use the Mutanus. I can even go Mutanus into Zola.
We're gonna have some fun.
Goodness gracious.
It's alarming. Not expecting that. "14-14 Mutanus would have won the game." Yes. In hindsight, it would have, but like I didn't know it was Mechatheon at the time, and I had no reason to assume that it was. And in the end, this also wins the game. So like, the Mutanus at that stage was riskier with higher upside. The Dirty Rat, and the reason that I played it is because it was low risk, because it was good regardless of what their combo was.
Such a perfect specimen.
We're gonna have some fun.
Because assuming it was the Togg combo, I needed 2 minions to get hit. And I didn't know if they had any in hand because they could have been in deck still. Can Zyrella work with Mecha'thun? Theoretically, yeah. But you would have to, like, have an empty board, too, right? So, I guess that's where the Psychic Scream could come in. Hey, Rixar.
Kel'Thuzad versus Hazelbark. Here for a lesson.
Keep the Scientist.
Will be the end of you.
Maybe keep the Xamicus. I could get a, like, if it's alignment, I could get a 10 pot. If it's aggro, I could get clear. Oh. This is the next deck I'm gonna play. Oh my god. The only time I've seen Scientist in my hand, I've immediately followed it up with an Ice Block draw. I haven't pulled Ice Block from my deck once. Or at least not that I can remember. Okay, there's no alignment this game, so I'm just going to take a 5-pot here. Like Taunt Druid? No, I'm thinking it's Cthulhu Druid from the Cthulhu that they have in their deck. But I could be wrong. You also definitely wouldn't run Fungal Fortunes in Taunt Druid because you could burn the Hadronox and lose the game on the spot.
Free of that blasted tower. Behold. Nobody moved and nobody died.
Just need to hope I draw into the amazing Reno in time. Or just Reno the Relicologist at this point. Was that worth? Could have just traded over it with the Vargoth. No, they've got a Bog Beam in there.
Still half asleep,
Yeah.
it seems.
Oh. Yeah, that makes even less sense then. Now they have to get a 50-50. Whoops.
My decisions, you need to chill out.
That might, well, it definitely saved the block. It might save it for 2 turns as well. 'Cause I don't know how they pop here either. Yeah, that was a huge oopsie, I think. Fine. Hit this, hit yourself.
The future is ours. Behold the tools of creation.
My goal here is to preserve the block so that it soaks up the first Cthulhu at least. Because they can get multiple Cthulhus if they do it right. Okay, now I assume they're popping. Fortunate. My minion. Nice.
Delightful.
Delightful!
Such a perfect specimen.
Your wish is my suggestion.
Behold the tools of creation.
Alakazam!
Return.
Yep. I don't have much in the way of burst. I need to save my these effects for the Cthulhu. Because they haven't played Guff yet, so. Zephrys cannot give Tree of Life, no. Classic and basic cards only.
Muzzle their magic.
I know they don't have any minions. You can use this on a Spreading Plague. The last piece they have is Destroy a Minion. Can Tom Cruise hold his breath for 6 minutes? There's only one way to find out. Start your timer. But if you don't play a minion after Reno, you can't use the last piece. They have Spreading Plague and they would just summon their own minion and then kill it. Or just hero power me to death if I don't draw the Reno in time.
No waves can sink this ship.
Hello, dear.
Growth, life, happiness, and the cold dark. I owe you one.
That was certainly a sequence of draws now, wasn't it?
Steady the sails.
I think I'm still going to lose from here, unfortunately. Because I need to find the Reno immediately.
Only one card left. Oh, I hope it's good.
Okay. Now I can poof them to delay the last piece a little bit. I am remembering that, right? I played bot, yeah. So. I think this is the optimal time for the Reno.
Watch closely as I make everyone disappear.
Poof!
Hey, where'd my deck go?
Because now they have to do this, which uses a lot of their mana. The problem is they just kill me with like the third Cthulhu, right? So they get 4 into hand here. No, they get 3 into hand. No, maybe 4.
This must be the way. This must be the way.
Like they get the one that they top deck is the problem. So they have 3 in hand, and there's nothing I can do about that. Right?
My awakening brings a new age. Pray to your gods that your pleas may go unanswered.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. I reduced the wrong, too many, or I was too late on the LPG, and I didn't draw Reno. Slizzle, thank you for the raid. You're doing well. Reno bottom 5 is a huge problem here.
We're gonna have some fun.
Actually, if I had played this... Never mind. My deck were in a different order. I think I could have easily won that. No, let's go one more with this deck.
Kel'Thuzad versus Uther.
Witness my power. Your curiosity will be the end of you.
Actually, we reduced the cost of that to 6, right? It's not bad. Now I can develop on 1 without like feeling bad about losing value because of the Deepwater in hand. Okay, that means next turn we draw the ice block 100% of the time if history is any indicator. Oh my god. Is this a mad scientist value? Looks like Tax Paladin. Which is brutal because Weblord exists. Yeah, that card. Let's deny the second one at least. Loon, thank you for the 12 months. Is this a sub? I believe it is, thank you.
Put this apple on your head.
I'm sure I'm glad I'm not running a deck with extensive battle cries. That would make me look pretty foolish right now, wouldn't it? Actually a good hit. I just need to find either Fire Sale or Spammy. Even Varden would be pretty helpful. Oh, that was a gift. Wait, does attacks feel... Ha! Get wrecked. I think they're running a little bit less burst right now, aren't they? So that they can squeeze it. Well. This might protect the block for one more turn. And it could hit the Fire Sale, which would be pretty nutty, so let's see what it gets. Nice. There's also the way that I hoped that that would go, but wasn't sure. You must have another call or... Oh, Drekthar. Okay.
True strength comes from within.
Wait, Drekthar doesn't work the same way. Oh, I guess he summons them both at the same time. But it doesn't work the same way as call. Oop. Oof. Yeah, just gotta make it to the Reno, I think, and I'll be all right.
The light dims, but we fight.
That means I probably don't want to play the. Wait for it. Oh, what a draw! Oh my god. Ah ha. Ah. Yep. Now I might not even need to emergency Reno. That's both Weblords down. They could still have a rally. Yeah, probably just go ahead and poof this. They have one card left.
Watch closely.
Whew. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say, just don't botch this, Reno, but I don't think that they have a way back from that. All right. I'm gonna take a quick break and then come back with a new deck, so don't go anywhere.